Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. It is day 58 of 75 for EDSS here at the Realm Reborn, and yesterday, well, we graduated. Yeah, we graduated from the Lancers Guild. We completed their final challenge by defeating Fallgourd and him choosing to unwittingly take a Hollywood-style death by falling off a cliff. And so, as a result of our victory over Fallgourd and eliminating him forever, we were given the clearance to leave the Lancers Guild and take on a new challenge with another warrior class. And that actually will be required of us if we want to take an elevated job class as a Lancer. However, this will happen following the completion of day 75 of this Let's Play. So this will be happening, as I said, after day 75, and then we will move on to the next part of this LP. And so that will happen at another time, of course. For now, there is some also major news going on because yesterday we also had something else big happen. Here at the Church of Saints Adamolandama, we actually came across, by virtue of the return of Alpha Node, the return of the manifestation of a very well-known name in Final Fantasy. Specifically, the name known as Cid. Yeah, Cid has been a very synonymous name throughout Final Fantasy, and here, in this version, he is revealed to be a very skilled craftsman who actually has his own airship. However, we don't know where it is, and so we have to help out both Cid and Alpha Node in order to locate it. So part of that will include speaking with Father Iliud, and we will be taking his level 36 challenge entitled He Who Waited Behind. Father Iliud has some parting words for you and the others. What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Edie. You wish to find his airship, yes? Well, that is the idea. I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the Final Flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity. Much like the Great Gubu Wall of Uldar, it states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania toward Coerthas. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Fallgourd Float, the closest settlement to Coerthas. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Cid, Edie. Yeah, Alpha Node here is on a quest to restore the name of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, but that's going to take a lot of work. So, what we want to do now is we want to do as instructed, and we want to teleport, what the... Okay, I could have sworn I've attuned to the Aetherite in Northern Lanosea, or in the North Shroud. I could have sworn I've already done that. Well, you know what? We'll take a timeout, and I'll meet you guys in the North Shroud, so be back in a moment. Okay, so yeah, we have now resolved our issue, which means that we now have Fallgourd Float set and attuned for its Aetherite. So now, yeah, let's pick up where we left off, shall we? And we want to go over here, because this is a particular area we've been to before when we were trying to help out with the murder mysteries that were going on in the Black Shroud. I want to speak with Ethelmer, the Serpent Sergeant. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise! You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, please speak with Fort at Fort Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day, and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? Well, we do have him in tow, I hope. I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Well, let's see if we can indeed get the solution we are looking for. Off we go again. Off we go again. Out towards the west to speak with Voltafor, in the hopes that he can give us recollection of what he saw on that fateful day. So it'll be right over here at Florental's Spire. There he is. So let's go ahead and drop off and speak with the Serpent Commander. You have come in search of Voltafor? Then well met, for have you found him? Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. And so, with that, that's the experience that we need, so let's take his next task. Level 36 entitled Cold Reception. Voltafor wishes to tell you of the final flight of the Enterprise. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the Spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I had ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise weren't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the Observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamu descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nonetheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the Observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. And so, that is what we're going to do next in a moment. However, we do have a couple of tasks that were left behind last time we were here at Fallgourd Float. And it includes a level 36 challenge, but I'm going to take the level 28 one first. So, let's go south. Yeah, because I left these tasks undone last time, I figure it makes only perfect sense that I should finish what I started here if I can just remember how to get to the path that leads to the first challenge. Because it's been a while. Here we go. Here's the place I'm looking for specifically. Yeah, because it has to deal with the miners who have taken up residence here on the North Shroud. We want to deal with them first. Yeah, Adamar specifically, here at Fighter's Bluff. So, let's speak with Adamar and take his level 28 challenge entitled A Leg Up. Adamar could use a lift. May I help you can find me again, friend. I've got me eyes set on new veins of ore, but these legs of mine aren't quite long enough to get me there. Won't you be so kind as to set these ladders up for me? I do it myself, but these parts have been terribly dangerous so late. Fair enough. So yeah, we have to now place 3 ladders as directed by Adamar at the 3 designated spots, which we can see from the icons on our little mini-map. And specifically, yeah, they're not all that far away, they're pretty close together, so this shouldn't take long, but I do imagine we may need to go underneath the branches in order to place them. It would kind of make sense considering, and yeah, we can see 2 destinations right over here. Not interested in the fate. We'll be staying away from that. So, there goes number 2. Now, where to place number 3? I'm going to check top first and then go down. Maybe we can possibly see the solution that we require. Alright, so I'm around the general area. Can I see it from this vantage point over here? Let's run around a bit, check possibly, because yeah, the first 2 took me by surprise by their location, but yeah, it does look like I have to drop for this one. So, down we go. Taking a big hit, nasty hit. Ooh, and that may have been the worst possible time to take it. Oh yeah, very worst possible time to take a hit like that. Yeah, let's hightail it out of here. Yeah, we need to get my HP to rejuvenate, or else I shall be dying. Oh boy. Yeah, this was a bright idea. This was a great idea. Am I still being attacked? Of course I am. Of course I am. At least I don't have the weapon out anymore, however... That doesn't mean that the enemies couldn't still attack me at a moment's notice. But here's where the last ladder goes. Thankfully I found it. Now let's get on my chocobo and hightail it. Let us hightail it as quickly as we possibly can. Yeah, because I do not want to be constantly attacked by angry birds. That is a thing that I would definitely not want to enjoy. Okay, so... over this direction, back over towards where the ladders and the paths are. And run by you and your Vilekin. Make our way back over to Adamar. Get this out of the way and be done with it. Alright, so... disembark and speak with Adamar. Truly, you've done me well again. What's with all those nasty creatures lurking about? I could have never done the job myself. I know not what manner of war lies in wait, but mark me words, one day I'll strike it rich and leave this place behind for good. And so, that task is done, and the miners have nothing for us to do. So, let's hustle back over to the Spire, because there was a level 36 challenge that was made available for us, so we're going to take that one as well before we embark into Coerthas territory. So, let's go under here and begin to make our way back to the west, back over to where the Spire is. So, up we go. Yeah, because Eorzean would have another challenge for us. And there's another fate over here too. Well, we've done that one before, but I have no problem with taking it again. But let's take the challenge first. Level 36 entitled Hunger is the Best Sauce. Eorzean is searching for an adventurer to undertake a distasteful task. The freeze that came in the calamity's wake has rendered Coerthas nigh inhospitable. Many of the creatures that once made their homes there have been forced to migrate, lest they starve. Some arrive on our doorstep with naught else on their mind but to feed. The worst of the beasts are the jackals, who've been spotted not far from this very spire. Adventurer, we call upon your skill to dispatch these beasts before they make a meal of some unguarded traveler. This beg your pardons, fetid dodo meat will serve admirably as bait. Yeah, it must smell like crap, I can be assured. But yeah, let's go ahead and help them out. So, yeah, it's not that far of a run. We can make short order of this, I do believe. We just need to take the fast track to get back down to where we need to be. And back off, you stupid Banamite. I've dealt with more than my fair share of your Vilekin already. Not gonna deal with you now. Unless absolutely necessary. So, off to the west side. Right over here is the destination. And since I do not want to deal with any more than I absolutely need to, let's beat up the Ziz. Let's beat up this Ziz and lay waste to him. You know, you try and use a hammer beak on me, however, I'm gonna have to hurt you very badly. Alright, you're gone. So now, let's pull out the dodo meat and make use of it. And a pair of ravenous jackals approaches, and away we go. Well, thankfully, I was going to say the other one is choosing to not put up any intentions to make a move, but it did. Whoa! Yeah, careful. Careful about those special abilities. They can hurt. Experience has demonstrated this to me, and hey, the dodo meat's still on the ground. Dodo meat's still on the ground, but hey, we're not gonna have much of a need for it once we beat up this second jackal and finish it off. Stay clear. Gotta get it one last bite of dodo meat before it dies. And that's it. Alright, back to where we need to be going. And that is back over to the Spire. So, returning now to the Spire. And screw off. Don't want to deal with you. Not worth my time, not worth my effort. Alright, back over to the Spire. Last task to take care of before we embark into new territory officially. I have already been to Coerthas before as part of the level 1 hunting log for the Maelstrom. So, Eorzean, we are most grateful. This kind of situation would not have risen ere the calamity came and made Coerthas nigh uninhabitable to its local fauna. With their water hoarded in vaults of ice and their herbage held under the snow, the larger beasts have become positively infernal in their need to survive. Take heed if you head northbound, for know that you are riding into battle. And so, get the experience plus choice of leggings, neither of which help me, so 2000 gil is mine. And we also get up to level 37, as far as our experience level is concerned, so we might as well increase my attribute. Yeah, I had been spreading it around initially, but I pretty much, with my first avatar, came to the realization that I need to focus it solely in strength, because your defense is gonna be just fine. You don't need to worry about that too much. But yeah, we're going to enter Coerthas on foot here, because I just want to take the opportunity to let you guys enjoy the music once we set foot in Coerthas itself. So, here we are. That's the border that splits the Black Shroud with the land known as Coerthas. And as we learned from Eorzean, there is a lot of snow that's going to be around here, so this basically could be considered the Great White North of Final Fantasy XIV or Realm Reborn, as we get ready to set foot into it. And here we are. So, as you'll notice that since we are in a new environment, as mentioned before by Eorzean and by his allies, there is not much love for anyone other than themselves here in Coerthas. So, you'll want to be making it a point to just do everything you can to help out wherever. So, there's also a level 44 challenge that you can take, but it can be taken in two different ways. So, if you remember the challenges we've taken by going to the dungeons by speaking with Nedrick Ironheart, that is such a location that we could go to. However, at this point in time, we're just going to speak with Ludovois.
Excuse me? Can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandal? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd! It's as if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the Observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers.
So, yeah, when they said co-reception, they weren't kidding! So yeah, we can take his next challenge. We can also take a few others as well, because and you can also take guild levies, and there's a levy met right behind there. So you can only take that one once you have gotten to Sergeant 2nd class with the Grand Company that you've chosen. And there's also another one over here. So yeah, you're going to need to make it a point to be doing a lot of side challenges in order to build up your experience, because as far as main story is concerned, you're going to start seeing the experience levels moving up very quickly as far as the main story quests are concerned. So you're going to have to make it a point to do a lot of side questing from this point forward. So for now, let's take Ludovois' next challenge, level 36, entitled The Unending War. Sir Ludovois is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving.
Hello, Herr Mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We are stretched thin as it is.
Well, join the club. The Grand Companies are the same way.
And where in the hell is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago.
Perhaps I have a use for you after all.
If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandal, as his man.
So yeah, in case you're wondering, yeah, he's hiding behind a hat mask. It's with chainmail attached to it. Yeah, in case you were wondering. So the guy we need to find is actually not all that far. Let's get on my chocobo and ride for a while. Don't worry, we'll get to hear a lot more of the awesome music of Coerthas as we're going along, because yeah, Coerthas, as far as world is concerned, is my favorite music in the game. I just really find it very awe-inspiring. And we also have enemies that we can defeat as part of a hunting log, so let's bring out my chocobo to help out. So it's time to beat up some snow wolf pups. One thing you'll also notice, if you're paying attention, is that here in Coerthas, the battle music sounds different. It is the same, but it's been remixed here for Coerthas. Yeah, because now pipe organ is added into the mix to give it kind of more of a Christmas theme, as it were. But really, when you're in the midst of battle, nothing is like Christmas at all. Alright, that snow wolf pup is dead. I may love me a wolf or two, and they are nearly my favorite animal in the world, but in this instance, I have no other recourse but to slay them. Because they are feral enemy, and if you do not kill them off, then they might as well be killing you. So let's kill off one more here, because we have not yet found the missing knight in question. I can see, of course, on the map where he is. Okay, right there. So I believe I have to kill 4 of these pups in order to complete this portion of the hunting log. We'll know it in a moment. Yep, it is 4. Okay, so that wasn't all that bad. So now, yeah, we have the keeled over knight here. So let's go ahead and try and help him out. Of course, when we breach the perimeter, the attack is on. Yeah, apparently he got ganged on, and that does not work out well in his favor. So we're gonna have to try and help him out. Ooh. Wow, good thing I stopped that attack. Just in the nick of time. I couldn't be happy about that, to be quite honest. Because yeah, at this point in the game, such special abilities will do quite a bit of damage. In some instances, you can even be one-shotted. So anyway, let's go and help this knight, who's in quite a bit of distress.
If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards! Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I pray the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend.
Did you have to say fare thee well? Who do you think you are, Rome Mythful? Can't stand that guy. Yeah, for those of you who are wondering, yeah, he still is refusing to swallow his pride. He has to some extent, but not completely, and I will not be satisfied with his work until he has swallowed it completely and finished all the games that he's yet to complete from 5 years ago. Alright, Ludovois, I found your man. Now what?
I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the Observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel.
And so I believe we can accommodate that. So, right over here. We will find him at the entrance right over here. Here it is. Yeah, this is the entrance to the Observatorium. And here's Edmel right here at the base.
Ah, the gentleman come in search of the airship? This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could so Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Fallgourd up above.
And so, that we shall do. Yeah, these guys have more than their hands full, with a lot of heretics apparently. So, it would certainly seem off-putting for strangers to be coming through. I mean, if you know your history, especially your European history, this could definitely work against you. But if we can find Fallgourd and explain ourselves, hopefully we can get we can get something established here. I can't remember the word I was looking for specifically, but let's move on and see what this guy, if this guy can help us at all.
No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into their own hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halon's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things.
Pardon the intrusion, Fallgourd. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest.
Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving.
Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandel's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Well, thank you for that recommendation, Inquisitor.
I was not aware you aided House Durandel in that fashion. Yeah, always jumping to conclusions before people tell you about the good deeds I've done.
Yeah, you definitely have to earn their respect here.
Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek.
And with that, this task is over. But we, of course, cannot be satisfied with just accepting defeat. So, we will be having a lot more to do here in Coerthas as we continue on with our journey. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. And when I join you again, we will continue to do all that we can to win the hearts of the people of Coerthas. So until next time, everyone, this is Matthew at Navora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.